Hi, I'm Alex LeMay. Today we're here at our new test track, and I get a lot of questions here at the dealership about why would I buy an ATV over a side-by-side and vice versa. Today we'll cover those reasons. ATVs have been around for a while, so obviously the trails that are already cut in the bush are the width of an ATV normally. So access when you go off-roading in trails will be much greater with an ATV. They're not as wide as a side-by-side obviously, so you'll be able to go narrow trees, narrow banks, beaver dams, that sort of thing. You can crawl over with one of these. Side-by-sides, on the other hand, fairly new to the market, been around for a decade or so now. The trails are starting to get expanded out there because the guys are starting to bring chainsaws and whatnot and opening the trails up for these. This is more of a family-oriented off-road vehicle. If you want to bring passengers, your advantage lays with the side-by-side greatly. You're going to have 2, 3, 4 seats on some of them. The off-road capabilities with the suspension is the same as an ATV, except for you're bringing more people along for the ride. ATVs, on the other hand, they're made for single riders. No passenger, you're not supposed to be riding a passenger on an ATV. It really increases the instability when you do add more weight, like a passenger in the back. What happens is you bring the center of gravity up and back and making the bike more unstable. The side-by-sides took care of that by designing them to carry over 2 or 3, 4 passengers. When it comes down to the general stability in an off-road situation, single rider on an ATV is very stable depending on how the rider shifts his weight in different circumstances. The side-by-sides having a wider wheelbase, again, you can go through a little bit wider of trenches and cuts and whatnot and maneuver your wheels in between different obstacles that you typically wouldn't be able to do with an ATV. Other than that, they're both great units. Anybody will have a lot of fun on any of these off-roading, whether you want to go with the whole family in one shot or put everybody on a single bike and single file it out into the bush. That's totally up to you guys. But loads of fun, whichever way you want, route you'd like to go. Work-wise, side-by-side, some of them have boxes, so you can use them like a truck. Go with firewood if you want when you're not playing with them. ATVs, tow a trailer. There's always a solution to any problem you want to do with which machine you'd like to go with. Remember, when you're out trail riding, whether it be in a side-by-side or an ATV, always wear your helmet, always buckle your seatbelts when you're in a side-by-side. There isn't one on an ATV. If there was, do it up. And when you're riding a side-by-side in a trail, you're much wider than an ATV or an off-road bike, so you take a lot more room, so slow it down. You never know what's going to come around the corner, and whatever does has a lot less room to get out of your way because of the weight and the size of this thing. So that covers the major differences between the side-by-sides and the ATVs. It all boils down to personal choice and what you want to do off-road and who you want to go out with. Leave it up to you guys. Come out, play with these things, try it out for yourselves. Thank you. Have a good day.